Hello, and welcome to JM Travels. This is my Celebrity Summit series. And in this video, I'm tasting spirits. Scotch, to be exact. Now, I'm not a big Scotch drinker, but there was a complimentary Johnnie Walker tasting, so I went. And here is where I learned about this legendary brand from Palvo, Celebrity Summit's liquor specialist.
So, bourbon it's a whiskey which includes at least 51% of corn spirit. The rest of them can be a blend of different types. Scotch can be produced only in Scotland. Only. Also, Scotch can be different. It's like a blended Scotch, blend of different types of whiskey, and single malt. Also, like Macallan, like Glenmorangie, Glenfiddich, and a lot of different types of whiskey, a lot of different brands. Also, they're producing single grain. At this moment we don't have. We have just from Japan. Single grain. So usually blended Scotch includes grain whiskey and malt whiskey. Johnnie Walker is one of the most recognizable whiskies around the world. You agree?
Yeah.
If we're talking about bourbons, I didn't know. I thought it's Jack Daniels, but it's not.
It's a sour mash.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, about American whiskey. You're right. Thank you. So, bourbon American whiskey number one around the world is Jim Beam. Difference is just less than 1%. So, Jim Beam like 25 something percent of American whiskey around the world, and Jack Daniels is 24.9 something like that.
Wow. That's close.
Johnnie Walker produces blended Scotch. Almost all of them just a blended Scotches, except Island Green. In this release, it's a blended malt. It includes 4 different malt whiskey. This company was born in 1820. When Johnnie Walker's father died, he started to work in a grocery store. At that time, Scotch was just disaster. Most of them were single malts, disaster single malts. And he started to blend because he wanted to create something with a higher quality. He was not the first who started to blend, but he started to blend. And first release was White Walker, Johnnie Walker White Walker. It was not very successful, and they discontinued. So next was Johnnie Walker Red Label. Number one around the world, bestseller every 4 seconds. It says on a website. I don't know if it's true or not, but every 4 seconds they sell 1 bottle of Johnnie Walker Red Label. Have you ever tried?
I have.
Do you like it? Let's be honest.
It's not as good as the other ones.
For you, Daniel?
I would agree with my friend's assessment.
So that's why I'm not even offering you to taste. Even Johnnie Walker Distillery, they recommend to drink this in the cocktails to mix. I wouldn't do even that. I will never recommend to mix Scotch with something else. I respect Scotch too much. I cannot recommend this. But with distillery, Johnnie Walker, they recommend to mix. So let's start just from Black Label. By the law, Scotch can be aged for how many years, you know?
By law,
By law.
I want to say 3.
3 years. And they're very strict. Because what do we know about Scotland? Nothing, just Scotch, maybe golf.
The birthplace of golf. That's very true.
I didn't know it. My manager from Scotland.
Yeah.
Golf. Golf.
So everything what we need to know about any whiskey written on the label. So 12 years age. It means youngest whiskey here 12 years age. For example, if we are talking about rum, sometimes it says 23, like Zacapa 23. It means oldest spirit in the rum 23 years age. Here in the old Scotches, youngest, they put youngest spirit. So this blend includes around 35 different types of whiskey. 35. And it is not easy every year to produce the same product, right? So I prefer single malts, but I have to respect those people who creating every year very similar product. So try. Do you know why this bottle is square?
No. You?
So it's because easy during transportation. They wanted to avoid these damages. Because
Easily.
yeah, because if it's
Round.
square, it's like
Yeah.
just easy to arrange. So do you like it?
Yeah, it's good.
So our next stop is double black. They started to produce double black 10 years ago. I'm gonna give you what?
What region is this from?
All Scotches are from Scotland.
Right, but
So
my understanding is there's 5 regions in Scotland.
correct. It's Highland, Lowland, Speyside, Campbelltown, and Islands.
Okay.
So black label includes 35 different types of whiskey from 35 different distilleries.
Okay.
This double black, they started to produce around 10 years ago. It's kind of prototype of black label, just more smokier, more intense flavor. It's not for everyone, but a lot of people love it. And also main difference is deep charred cask. That's why
I like to have this one later. It's so sweet.
smokier and it's stronger and more intense. Again, it's not for everyone, but
It's actually pretty nice. I like
So you like better black or double black?
double black. Yeah, I like the smokiness of it. It's good. We can't have it a lot.
Still bourbon?
Still good.
Yes. He's trying to convert me from bourbon.
Yeah, I like bourbon too.
No,
No.
it's not like that. So I just want Highland Green. If you remember, they used to produce green label. Maybe 15 years ago they discontinued. Now they are producing again. It was 15 years age. One of the most interesting blends for me because it's a blended malt. There is no grain whiskey here. Just 4 different blends. Main of them Talisker. It's a very famous single malt Scotch from the islands, from this region. Again, not for everyone. Even me, I cannot drink this. I like to smell, but not to drink. For me, it's too much. So it's a flavor from islands, from this region.
This one's terrible. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I think this is the region I didn't like. I knew there was, I
Very
can't
good
remember if
stuff.
it was Island or Speyside.
No, Speyside is my favorite.
Okay, then it must have been this.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah.
So, next is Gold Label Reserve. Most important ingredient here, Kimberly, it's for you. You will like it.
Okay.
So, most important ingredient here is a Kleinelish. Kleinelish, it's a single malt distillery. Owner of the distillery is Johnnie Walker.
Yeah.
It lies on the banks of the river Kleinelish. Even now you can find gold over there. That's why this name of this release is Gold Label Reserve. They say we are drinking real gold, whiskey with real gold. It's about sweetness, flowers, honey. Ladies love it. And also, Johnnie Walker Distillery recommends to drink this crushed ice and slice of orange. I don't. Splash of water is enough. So this one is very different, right?
Definitely not my style.
To be honest with you, it's my style as well.
Much better.
Not much better. You prefer something different. Double black?
I'm just gonna compare it to the Island Green. That's my comparison.
I understand. I
Yeah.
understand. But every person is different. I know
Yeah.
people they cannot drink gold. They love Island Green.
Yeah, they say it's
a nice
preference.
step after
It's all about
gold,
preference.
platinum.
And for you so far it's Gold Label Reserve, right?
Gold label.
Or
Still like the smoky double black.
double black?
I admit that I'm more fond of black than I was of double black.
Okay.
Because of the smokiness, or is it too smoky?
I think, it's kind of like the peatiness in a single malt. Once you go to a certain place in your palate, you can't come back from it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't, I try to stay away from the smokiness right now. I used to love it.
Yeah.
I used to love it, but
I love to smell this,
Yes.
but not to drink.
yeah, that's a good thing. I think that's good.
So our next stop is going to be 18 years age, Johnnie Walker. They used to produce platinum label. It's exactly the same. Why they change? Because of you, people from USA. For people from USA, most important, age. And they change the name. That's it. But it's exactly the same.
They still have platinums?
You can find, but they're not producing.
I was gonna say,
Some vanilla notes here. So what do you think? Gold
Still like
label?
the gold label.
I like this. It's very good.
So what is number one at this moment for you?
It might be this.
Gold blue label, understand?
oh no,
We didn't even try.
No. I think I appreciate each one's role. For right now, I think the 18 is my favorite at the moment. But I do like black label. That's a consistent. It's a blend, but it seems to be the most consistent one that is a go-to.
So once we did experiment in Ukraine, we took a bottle of black label, which was produced 10 years ago, and new bottle of black label. They were different, just different. So it is impossible to produce the same product because of climate, because of weather, a lot of different. And every year they're trying to produce the same. And they're producing similar, but if it's different 10 years, it's different whiskey.
That's right.
Our final stop is Blue Label.
Okay.
It's already luxury. Yes or no?
will say that I've had fantastic bottles of Blue Label and some bottles, but
It's again, it can
light.
be also depends on your mood. It's also important. Sometimes you're just enjoying. Sometimes okay. So they're choosing just one cask from 10,000 for this blend, and also it includes some rare whiskeys, which is so from distilleries which are closed. So trust me, in 5-10 years they will not produce Blue Label anymore because they don't have ingredients. Even now they started to produce Blue Label Ghost special releases, but it's not the same. They will find some solution for sure, but it's not going to be the same Blue Label.
Marketing.
It's very smooth.
Did you try it?
It's like water. It just drops right down your throat.
With chocolate flavor and vanilla.
See, you can have more of this than you should.
Yeah.
Smoky.
Yeah,
You're right, it
or
does
you're
have-
one of those words.
No, smoky. I think
I
it
think
does have.
smoky is what I think of.
Like, do you remember when used to have something called a spice rub? I compared the spice. There's a little bit of spice to this that existed in that, but this is so much smoother that, like you said, it's like water.
So now I want to introduce you Johnnie Walker XR21. It's Johnnie Walker and Son collection. Johnnie Walker's son, Alexander, he started to make this like a business, like a huge business. He started to sell in USA, in Australia. He created this design of the bottles. And for me, he is the most important person in this company. If you like Gold Label Reserve, I can guarantee you will enjoy this. Right?
I would agree with that statement.
So also they do have King George. We don't have in this collection Johnnie Walker and Son. Odyssey, which is available, I guess, only in duty-free shops. And this is my baby. We have one bottle left. It should be somewhere, I don't know, in museum, not here. If we compare with cars, it's Ferrari. If we compare with watches, it's Rolex. Baccarat Crystal, Lamborghini Leather, and some of the spirits around 200 years aged, which were produced by Johnnie Walker. And also, it's a huge investment because every year price goes up. And we have now on the clearance last bottle, it's $1,500. And
And its value online is about 33.
last
Alright.
night I checked online, cheapest was $3,000. Cheapest. I don't know from who, and it's before taxes, I don't know. I just found around the world the cheapest was $3,000. And our price is $1,500. For some people it's just to enjoy, it's status, it's luxury, it's ultra luxury. For some people it's investment. Also sometimes collectors like it. It's something unique, something special. As I said, it should be in a museum, not here.
And that's it for the Johnnie Walker tasting. Special thanks to Palvo for the lesson, and I hope you learned something as well. If you did, give this video a like. And if you're feeling up to it, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.